Okay guys, welcome to the first installment of what will be a few over the next 10 weeks, trying to keep these in around 5 to 10 minutes. So this is how it works. You'll hear me talk, you'll see what's on the screen, and it's easy to work. First call we're looking at, this whole thing is going to be our general play calls. Quick chat about what we did. First one was the miss one, so a skip or whatever you want to call it, the miss one. Ball coming from this direction here. And I will change the thickness of that, sorry about that. Give me 2 seconds, thank you very much. So from 9 to 10, 10 creating it here, dummy runner there, and obviously the space is here, the ball will come across, miss one. So that's our skip into the space. Fairly obvious, easy to go. Here it is in real life action. If I can get that to play, sorry, 2 seconds. Thank you very much for your patience. There we go. So just watching here, again, this is just all from Ulster. Sorry, it's the only video I really had access to. So again, just a ball line. Their defense is pretty poor, but we'll talk. But you can see, miss the 12, and we're in for a try. So that's just the miss one. Pretty easy. Just an M1, an M2. We can talk about that amongst ourselves. Next one here, another example, a little bit different. You can see just quickly. They've got 1, 2, and 3 out here. And then the wing is back for a kick. We've got our 3 out here, so it's actually 3 on 2 there, because the winger has dropped so deep. So if we watch again let this play, you can see that the miss is going to work, and we can see it going straight away out there. One of the things I'd like to say is we play that well here. And I just like the fact that we played what was in front of us, and you could see someone dropping back for the kick and the space was on. So another good example of an M1 or an M whatever, just a miss ball. So an S1 is a switch. Again, we spoke about how it's not going to be overly complicated. The switch is going to be here with the ball coming in this direction. What I would like to see is the ball carrier running straight. Sorry, the ball carrier coming around and the person running straight. So the receiver running straight. So bringing it out and trying to interest that person, and just really coming into that space there. So we're not coming here to go there. It's actually just going to be a little bit of the opposite there. So we'll see the ball carrier bringing it up and coming in and creating that space. So we're asking the defense to make decisions around that S1 area. I'm not sure. No, yeah, we didn't have. We'll talk about that. We didn't have any examples on that I can see in the game, so we're going to work on that ourselves. This is horse. Interesting. I call it horse because it's like the old Greek Trojan horse. We're actually sending up a fake line. So we're setting up something here that is going to hold these guys here and this defensive line here. So we're sending it into whatever it was. Who was it? Can't remember at this time of night. But we're sending a Trojan horse in, so we're just going to call it horse. You'll notice 2 things though. The alignment from this group out here is off the back person in the pod, or the arrangement there. And you'll also see that I've got the receiver on the inside there, so I really like that. If we come out here too often, if we come out here too early, oftentimes we see the person popping out and the pass coming behind them, and that just stunts the whole movement. So I really like that person to start exactly where I have them there. So on the inside eye of the receiver, so the ball will come to front receiver. Front receiver will take it up. Running a hard line here, and we'll talk about this later, but the ball pops out the back to this receiver coming around, and then we play off this way. And you can see it there. So again, here's another little game. forgive me, a bit of hay fever, I think, blocked nose. But we can see from the Ulster game here, as we go through, good carry, no offence here, but maybe just a little high. Ball presentation we can work on, coming back into it, and we go from here. So again, let's just have a look. So yeah, again, just Lindsay's there. Aoife running the line, maybe a little bit deeper next time, but back to that, and everyone else is realigned off this receiver here. So just a really good one to pull them back, and we hold them there. Really effective close to the line. When line speed usually wins the day, so probably within the 22, and then also there's other examples we can play, but we can play them further down. Conscious of keeping this video short. Aussie, my little favourite here. Fairly simple. Ball goes to first receiver running straight. Receiver coming in there to hold that angle, maybe interest this person here, and the ball can go to the front door if needs be, if this knocks off because of the interest of this person coming around. But if they do stay interested and they both stay interested, then we've got it here, and we can go back door. We can play out here, and all of a sudden we have numbers out wide. It's an Aussie one because it came from rugby league. I like it like that. You agreed to it, so thank you very much. Quick example. No offence, nothing from the line, nothing from the Ulster game. So here's a Lions thing. This is a front door example. And you can see there. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. It went a little bit funny. I'll try and just bring it back a little bit. Thank you very much for your patience. So Sexton running that hard line. 2 coming there, and we've got them coming out the back. I'll get rid of those for you. And we can see Farrell's the interested party, and the All Black here is knocked off, looking after Farrell. Sexton's held it because of the inside shoulder line, and you can see out the back exactly what's going on. Just want to get rid of those lines so we got a clear view. One more, have I? Okay. And then we pop through, and then we're gone. Murray actually scores from that further down the track. He just throws the dummy and goes. Coming up. Again, setting it up. But you can see the setup we were talking about. Again, not technically legal, but not technically illegal. Just a little bit of body contact here, just on the inside shoulder, but also floating through. But we can see the one running the hard line. Roberts coming out the back, and all of a sudden you can see the body shape of this defender here. It's not ideal, so if we can get to that and get interested, all of a sudden we're holding the space. And the video that'll follow this is called Playing Tight to Hold Width, and that's it, running that tight line to hold that wide line out there. Tips, 2 ways tips works. We've got an overlap down here, so let's just have a look at this section. We've got an overlap here, so we've got our 9 to first receiver, and this is exactly what Phil's been talking about and what we did Wednesday night, sorry about that, and holding that, running straight to hold that defensive line, the L-shaped pressure pass as well. But tips is just use hands to create the space. If we throw a skip ball to there, then all that defence can drift. If we use our hands and make sure that each runner is being held as we pass it on, and use our tips, our fingertips, to get the ball out, it's there. The other tips then is in a horse setup. You can see here we're using a horse setup, but instead of pulling it out the back like we usually would, we just go out the side here, out the front door. So maybe you've got a little bit of footwork on, you're coming into this and you've interested this 2 party, we stay wide and we just tip it here rather than pulling it out the back. I know that's crazy. Yeah. So we're going to show an example from the Ulster game again, where we get some tips here. So interested parties here that I'd like to show you, 7 and 8, and you'll just see the edge that they catch. running hard, and there we can see the tips happening there. Why is that? Sorry guys, 2 seconds. Just want to take you back. There it is there. So you can see exactly what I was talking about. Interested party here, late in the thing, defenders that knocked off, seven's running a good line into the space, and so we get that tips call instead of out the back to what we could do back out here. Anyway, that's number one. We're at, not sure what time we're at, but this is our Leinster calls general play. We'll play about with these on Monday night, but all of you have a look. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.